We live?
We're live.
There we are. There we are. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to live TV. We are here. There we go. They should start popping up. Hi, there, American Songwriter. Hey, there we are. We're live.
We're live.
Hopefully it'll go up and down here. Come on. Y'all commenting over there? There you are. All right, Bill Dottie, I see you there. All right, welcome everybody. American Songwriter. Thank you for having us behind the mic. It really means a lot. We're big fans of the magazine, big fans of songwriting. Songwriters. And we hope you can hear us okay. We're having to adjust to the times and do things like this, live streams.
Your wife finally let me to come over. This is nice. Been in quarantine forever. Does she know?
She probably doesn't, actually.
We're in Wade's office in his studio, which is also a bar.
Yeah, my studio bar, man cave thing, whatever. We have a record coming out. Hold My Beer Volume 2 comes out this Friday. So we're going to be playing you some of that here today and answering some questions that we've gotten. And we hope y'all enjoy it. Here's our, this is actually the title track, the lead track, first track off the record. And it's a fun one. This one it's cool like this, but wait till you hear the track with the band. They absolutely crushed it. One of those songs in the studio that we didn't want it to stop. Just kept going and going and going. So
we wrote this song with John Randall and Jim Beavers.
Yes.
And we wrote 5 songs in 2 days for this project. It was the best songwriting trip I think I've ever been on personally.
Yeah, kind of kick-started this whole thing and made us want to go back in the studio to start Volume 2.
There's something to be said about the co-write and then maybe like a 3-way write, but then you got 4 people in a room together. It's a lot.
It is. It is.
But I think the ideas came quicker. I mean, for me, it's like I was in the zone. I felt like more so than I would be if I'm like, looking at my phone or thinking about, an email that just came in.
I had never, and neither did you. I'd never written with 4 people in the room at the same time, and it was different. But luckily the 4 of us get along really well, and John Randall and Jim really understand. They're Texans, born and raised. Live in Nashville now, but they really get what we are, who we are, what we're trying to do with these Hold My Beer albums. And man, I can't wait. I'm already can't wait to write the next record with them. They helped us write a lot of songs on this record, and they're badass. So let's play them something.
Bobblehead Jesus bouncing on the dash. Wild fleet fly riding on my ass. These folks around here are living way too fast. I've got an exit sign. Black top, yellow line. Change my inner state of mind. Give me an AM station on FM Road. Cold one chilling in the console. Full tank of gas and nowhere to go. Roll down the window, roll up smoke. A hot little pistol in the shotgun seat. Tapping her toes to the backbeat. Some old school country gold on an AM station. On an FM Road.
Some little white churches and some big red barns. All those low river crossings, cattle guards. Yeah, big old moon and some shooting stars. Line of an open steel guitar. Give me an AM station on an FM road. Cold one chilling in the console. Full tank of gas, nowhere to go. Roll down the windows, roll up the smoke. Hot little pistol in the shotgun seat. Tapping her toes to the
backbeat of slow school country gold on radio station on FM. Give me an AM station on Mifflin Road. Cold, warm, chillin' in the console. Don't take gas and nowhere to go. Go down the wind, roll up smoke. Hot little pistol in the shotgun seat. Tapping her toes to the backbeat of some old school country gold on the AM station. Yeah, give me an AM station on FM Road. Cold, warm, chillin' in the console. Don't think there's nowhere to go. Roll down the windows, roll up the smoke. Hot little pistol in the shotgun seat. Tapping her toes to the backbeat of some old school country gold on the AM station on an FM road.
Basic guitar style.
So I'm the question asker. Right?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So speaking of songs on the radio, which we all know that Wade has had a bunch.
Furthest from the truth yet? Okay, keep going.
What artists and writers have influenced you musically? I always get this question, like, people want to know.
Yeah, it's always. Can everybody hear us okay, by the way? Okay? We get that probably the most asked question that we have, but I think for me, it's songwriting-wise, Guy Clark, Springsteen, as an artist, George Strait, but I mean, the list could go on and on. It kind of depends on what mood I'm in. But those are three guys that I really kind of, whenever I'm writing anything, I kind of look at what they've done or what they're doing for inspiration. You know?
Yeah, I think I was big. I wanted to be George Strait when I grew up. I realized it was Dean Dillon's songwriting that made George Strait. I think he would probably tell you that.
Yeah, for sure.
I really got into Dean Dillon, and college buddy roommate kind of got me into Guy Clark. It was like when you go from like 90s country and then you start trying to figure out who wrote the songs, and when I found Guy Clark, it was eye-opening to say the least.
Yeah, and when you're younger, like I watch my kids that are about to be 12 and 15 now, and they love music, but they're not really diving into the songwriter yet, and I remember doing that too, being 14, 15 and going, man, I really love the music. And then you start, as I got older, 19, 20 years old, and start really wanting to write songs and getting into it. That's when I really started becoming a fan of Robert Earl Keen and Guy Clark and people like that, Waylon, Willie, that really were great singers, songwriters that really helped influence the path that I took at that time.
Another question, how did you two start working together? Is this work?
Is this work? Yeah.
Maybe it's work.
Working together.
Wade and I met after he played a show in San Marcos, Texas. I was going to college there, and I invited him over to my house, which is the White House on still there right behind campus. And we used to have song swaps and jams in there till 5 in the morning every night with a keg of whatever we were drinking back then. Could not have been good.
No.
And he came over after his show, came over to my house, and ever since then it's been shows together on the road and having each other's back pretty much. Yeah,
and we started playing a few shows together because we became buddies then, and then we started writing songs together, and this thing kind of started very slowly as far as just doing shows together. Just like this right here, we'd have our guitars, and our BS and our stories and making fun of each other and having fun. And that's eventually we were playing so many shows together, acoustic and full band, that we decided to name the tour Hold My Beer and try to brand this thing and make it something that was more part of our careers and something that could kind of be a little bit different from what we do on our own. And now it's turned into a lot different from what we do on our own.
Yeah, we wrote songs together that ended up on albums.
Mm-hmm.
But just
Lay It All On You.
Yeah. And so we were riding together as we were touring together and becoming friends. And so there was the business aspect of it before the actual,
Yeah, we became buddies through music, for sure, through playing shows and writing more. And then the tour came after that, out of that friendship, for sure.
Yeah.
We've only been in one fight.
Wade won.
One fist fight. We've been in a lot of fights.
He
one
won.
Fist fight. I think we both lost.
So this is Wade hit me in the nose. Wade won. This is a song called "This Ain't My Town," and we were writing. And John Randall just started singing this beautiful voice that he has, and started singing this chorus, and we wrote it in minutes. It's like one of those songs that just like that, because the song writes itself. This is a tale of two cities. It's Nashville and it's Austin, and there's been so much talk through the years about those two cities and
the change that happens. It's the change. Change is always hard. No matter, we're not old guys complaining about it, man. Change is just hard. And the first verse being about Austin and the second verse being about Nashville, we just it's not bagging either one of them. It's just talking about how change is hard for a lot of people to accept.
Yeah, when you see the Broken Spoke and you see all the high rises next door to it, you go to Nashville to talk about the studios they've knocked down. We just wanted to document that. It's called "This Ain't My Town."
Don't blame me, this ain't my town. They don't like the way I wear my hat. They don't like my sound. Just remember, when you look around, don't blame me for what you see. This ain't my town.
One by one, tearing down bringing in that California gold, running off all the hippies and the outlaws. They don't know the price of what's been sold. Don't blame me, this ain't my town. They don't like the way I wear my hat. They don't like my sound. Just remember, look around. Don't blame me for what you see. This ain't my town.
We're swapping out the studios for condos. Oh, look at all those monsters in the sky. Ain't no room left for lefty old poncho. I think we've seen the last of guys like guys. Don't blame me, this ain't my town. They don't like the way I wear my hat. They don't like my sound. So just remember, when you look around, don't blame me for what you see. This ain't my town.
Pack my bags, I ain't looking back. This ain't my town.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks for doing this for us, guys. Yeah, man. Thanks y'all for tuning in. We got about, what does that say, 600? God, I need some glasses. I'm getting old.
It's about 1,200 eyeballs.
About 85,000 people watching. This is an honor to be a part of. We're like I said at the beginning, American Songwriter, to be a part of anything with them is always an honor. I know that, when you look at just the covers alone that are posted on their Facebook page, and it's an incredible honor to just be associated with anything that they're doing. So the fact that they asked us to do this means a lot. I was really excited. Thank you to American Songwriter for asking us. It really is a huge honor that we got to be a part of anything involving your magazine. So
the Songwriter. I mean, for years I feel like you and I have focused on trying to be genuine and to the craft of songwriting. I think that's one thing that our friendship has been bonded about is on our days off the road. One of the questions here is, what's your approach? How do you approach for a co-write? How do you prepare for a co-write? What's your approach? And so, I think
be prepared.
Be prepared. The one thing that I've always done is I will wake up the morning of and go through all the recordings that I have on my phone and all the notes that I've made throughout just listening to life and ideas, and I just try to refresh my brain with any, kind of weird lick or anything that, comes to mind that morning, depending on who I'm writing with. And when they walk in the door, almost have, a verse or a chorus or something worth talking about, maybe three
or good enough one line, be prepared. Like whenever I'm prepared, the way I prepare for co-write is about the same way. I listen to a lot of songs. I listen to a lot of songs, not to steal from them, just to kind of get me in the mood to figure out what I want to write about. And I try to do that the night before a co-write and kind of get the gears turning, a little bit to kind of see.
Night before, I'm day of.
just to stir the pot and see what's in there, and then I try to bring at least 2 or 3 really good ideas that I think are worth writing that day, and whether we write those or something that the other person brings into the room that day, or a lot of times you're sitting there talking about life, because we write a lot together, but we also write with other buddies, and they're buddies, they're friends, and we've been doing this long enough to where you spend a lot of your first 30 minutes to an hour just catching up, and it's crazy how many times songs will come out of that, kind of talking about life or all the stuff that's going on with you that day,
Or Sean McConnell walks in your door and goes, "Adios, senorita. I hope that it treats you well."
You're like,
yeah,
genius.
Yeah. Anybody out there wanting some advice? Go write with Sean McConnell.
Yeah. You got any more questions over there?
We do have questions.
Can we play some more? Play a song?
Well, I want you to play the Speak to Me jukebox, which is a song I didn't have a hand in writing, but Wade did. And every record we make like this, we try to put one of our own little songs in there. So what was your songwriting process for Speak to Me jukebox?
Well, I think, I try to focus a lot on my writing for Wade Bowen, for my career, that side, just as he focuses for Randy Rogers Band. Writing for this stuff, there's a different switch that flips to me in my head. If I come up with an idea, I feel like I'm always writing for Hold My Beer, because I love writing these songs, and they're so particular about because it's 2 guys singing a duet together. You want it to make sense, and you want it to be real. At least I do, and I really try to focus on that. So it automatically cuts down on the way that you can write a song and the things that you can write about. And so if I come up with an idea and start writing a song, there's a few of them just like this one here that I just automatically go, well, that's going to be a Hold My Beer song. Whenever I'm finished with it, I know that's going to go into the Hold My Beer pot, whether they make records or not. I throw them over into there because I think they fit, and they're not for my records. And so this one was one that I just love country music. I love so many great songs. We used to have this thing. We used to have a drummer that introduced me to this thing called Tears and Beers, where we go to a bar and everybody buys a bunch of cold beer and puts money in the jukebox and plays old sad country songs and just dances and have a good time and celebrate country music, right? And so that's where this idea came from. So I just started listing off, trying to make sense of a bunch of different country music songs that I love and that influenced me, and try to make them all fit and make sense into one song about a jukebox because there's nothing great. I got a jukebox here in the corner over here. I love them. So
I got a question here on the screen.
Yeah.
Best approach to become a paid songwriter. It's a great question. So don't be afraid to get told no. I mean, knock on doors, make a great demo. I don't know if you're talking about in country music or what world you're talking about, but send your songs out to people, to publishing companies. Get your music in as many hands and get in front of as many people as you can. And don't be afraid to take no for an answer. I think there's plenty of success stories in all genres of music where people were told no.
Everybody. We've all been told no.
Everybody's told.
That's a great.
But yeah, I mean, I just think recording. If it's their first go around, just recording something really easy to listen to and a good demo, and then send it out there. I mean, I used to send my songs out and package them myself and write a little one sheet about myself and send them to every venue and every publisher and every record label and
Bug the hell out of people.
George Strait's bus driver. So
anybody you can find, just anybody to listen, because it only takes one person. It only takes one key person to change your life and to make things better for you. And to believe in you. Also be okay with the co-write. Like I didn't co-write much when I was younger, and if I would have never met Sean McCullough, no telling what would happen to my career. So all those songs that he and I wrote together ended up being staples for the Randy Rogers Band. Yeah.
No more of that though. This is Speak to Me Jukebox. Speak to Me Jukebox on the new record, On My Beer Volume 2.
This is nobody writes shuffles anymore, man. Traditional country shuffles, man. So nobody writes anymore. Speak to me, jukebox. Lay it on me hard. Tell me how it really feels to have a broken heart. You're the king of lonely. You know my misery. Speak to me, jukebox. Another sad memory. Well, play A11. Then play it one more time. Sing me back home. 'Cause she's always on my mind. She's acting single. She thinks that I still her. I'm so lonesome I could cry. But I've got a tiger by the tail. Speak to me, jukebox. Lay it on me hard. Tell me how it really, how a broken heart. You're the king of the lonely. You know my misery. So speak to me, jukebox. Another sad memory. Well, hello, darling. Hello, walls, swinging doors. Make the world go away. As I walk the floor over, I've got crazy on top again. Yeah, if you got the money, buddy, I got the time, my friend. Speak to me, jukebox. Lay it on me hard. Tell me how it really is. How a broken heart. You're the king of the lonely. You know my misery. Speak to me, jukebox. Another sad memory. Yeah, with it on takes a little bit of money. Oh, to find my real drinking buddy. All my honky-tonk heroes come around. Yeah, when I hear the sound, speak to me, jukebox. Roll it on me hard. Tell me how box. Another sad memory. Oh, sweet two-way jukebox. Bring her back to me. Takes me back in time. Every time I sing that song, you know, because this is the first time we're getting to play any of these. We were supposed to be on tour this weekend, kicking off the Hold My Beer Volume 2 tour. And this is the first time playing, so this is the first time playing all these, and it takes me back to, like, not only my love for traditional sounding country music, but I always want to sing that song, like, lay it on me hard.
Hey, I just joined the listen here. Who are you? I'm Randy Rogers.
I'm Wade Bowen. Aren't listed on the American Songwriter head. Okay. Well, yeah, my name's Wade Bowen. Randy Rogers. We're promoting our record, Hold My Beer, Volume 2, which comes out Friday.
The 8th.
And for that person, American Songwriter has let us take over behind the mic, talk about our songwriting process and our album. Any more questions over there?
Yeah, more questions. Let me see. Oh, what have you been doing during the quarantine?
I have been, hold on. Damn, been working on my guitar. Been trying guitar lessons. It's not working out, but I'm trying. I've been working on studio stuff, and I've actually been working on tons of, like, live stream stuff and trying to stay relevant. But mainly keep trying to bring music to people, because if there's one thing I've learned from all of this quarantine stuff is that people still, like you guys, you still want to hear music really bad. It's still a part of your life, and probably now more than ever you need it, you know, which is why this record is perfect timing, in my opinion.
Yeah, every song on this record kind of has like a little ha-ha moment. I mean, for me personally, it's easy to write a sad love song. It's easy to write a love song. It's really hard to write funny songs. It's really hard to write male duet funny songs without being, like, over the top, too cheesy or obvious.
Yeah.
But every song on here will make you laugh. So that's the thing. Everybody needs a laugh, and Lord knows everybody needs a beer right now.
What have you been doing in the quarantine?
Quarantini.
Quarantini. You've been making quarantinis.
Making new quarantini drinks.
We should trademark that.
I think somebody's already on it.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's in every backyard. So this is our last song. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate you. What happened to the Cinco de Mayo show? I don't know. Like, I don't know why that person's asking that. There's no shows going on anywhere right now. So if you're wondering why a show's not happening, it's because we can't. We want to go play. Believe me, we want to go play as bad as anybody. We were so excited to be able to get out there and play this new record, because this record is really fun. I love the first record, but I love this one even more. So we were really excited to get out there and play this stuff, and we can't do that. But we will. All of these shows are not canceled; they're just postponed, moving them back. And
speaking of Cinco de Mayo, did you see the meme?
Which one?
The year that Cinco de Mayo lands on, like, a full moon, Taco Tuesday, it's canceled by the coronavirus.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man.
Or a better excuse to stay home and party, right? Is there any more questions over there before we get out of here? Is that it?
You know, I think the advice question is the one we already answered. I mean,
yeah.
Advice is get out there and do it. I mean, for me, I personally played every Tuesday night and wrote a new song every week and went to open mic nights and, you know, played really bad songs for a long time. I mean, there's no other way to say it. They were not great.
Yeah, but it's just work. You have to work. And as with any job or craft, you have to work and you have to do it. And you have to do it and you have to do it more. And that's how you learn. That's how you figure it all out. I mean, right now during the quarantine, I'm trying to do everything I can to learn more and more and more. I never stop learning. And that's really what you have to do. You have to constantly be on the grind, constantly working, because there's always somebody out working you for sure. And that's what I try to have, the mentality of, all right, somebody's working harder than me. So
yeah, when I was still waiting tables and whatnot, I'd be writing songs on register tape. You know,
Yeah.
and running down to the open mic and messing with it. You know, find a good place you can do that. Find a good open mic. That's
Yeah.
great. That's great advice. All right, song's called Habits. It's about W. Habits. People say I'm gonna have to change my ways. Habits. Well, habits don't care what the people say. They hurt a lot more the older I get. Truth is, it's just too late to quit now. Kicking my ass, I can't kick the habits.
Oh, whiskey can ruin your life, make you go insane. Women, you know, Randy, they can make you do the same damn thing. Well, one hurts your heart, one hurts your head. They both make you want to smoke a cigarette. They keep kicking my ass, but I can't kick these habits. So I'll be Haggard, and I'll be Jones. I'll get drunk, I'll get stoned. We'll just stay here all night long. We're the last two honkies in this honky tonk. It's a low down crying shame, but we're having us too much fun, Shane. Man, I love these dang old habits. Yeah, they're gonna catch up to us one day.
Now wait, I know. And besides, they'll probably get you first anyway.
Yeah, so make mine double.
I'll have a shot, there ain't no telling. How much time we got kicking my ass? I can't take these habits.
Yeah. I'm messing up, you know. Of course. I'll be Haggard.
I'll be gone, I'll get drunk,
Oh, and I'll get stoned.
and we'll just stay here all night long. Till we're the last two honkies in this honky tonk.
It's a low down crying shame, but we're having us too much fun to change. Man, I love these dang old habits. Tell us one more time, Rick.
I'll be Haggard,
And I'll be strong.
I'll get drunk, I'll get stoned.
Yeah, we just stay here all night long.
Till we're the last two honkies in this honky tonk.
It's a low down crying shame, but we're having us too much fun to change. Man, I love these dang old habits.
All habits. Same ones I've always had.
Yeah.
How many times are we gonna
Fumble our way through that one
How
every
many
time.
times are we gonna mess that song up?
Well, we play it when we're drunk, and that's it. No, I'm kidding. We're not drunk. Just kind of. There's a lot of people asking for songs. We're just kind of playing songs off the new record. So thanks for asking for those. Modern Day Mojo. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank y'all very much for tuning in, and to American Songwriter for giving us this chance, this opportunity to not only play songs on a new record, but to just be a part of what they do. We're always honored to do anything involving American Songwriter for sure. And once again, our record comes out. It's called Hold My Beer Volume 2. It comes out Friday,
May 8th.
digitally, probably like 11 o'clock on
Thursday.
Thursday night. So if you get it digitally, you might have it early. But thanks again. I love seeing all the comments. Appreciate all y'all sticking around and for tuning in. We will see you soon.
Everything you need to know is at randyandwade.com.
Yeah, go to randyandwade.com. Buy the bundles, buy the vinyls, support the musicians. We get asked that a lot. What's the best way to support the musicians right now? Well, go to the merch store of your favorite artist, whoever that may be, and buy their merch. It really helps a lot right now. So thanks again for tuning in. Everybody stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Thank you for supporting what we love to do with our lives, and we can't wait to see you out on the road as soon as possible. We love you guys.
What he said.
Call your mom.